today's hike, I'm doing the Velma Lakes Trail. Starts at the cluster they call the Eagle Falls trailhead at Emerald Bay. You can't really see it. I came up that canyon behind me. Couple 1,000-foot climb. It's about a 10-mile round trip hike. Nice day hike. I'm doing it as a day hike. You can do it as a backpack also. But Velma Lakes, there's actually 3 of them. I'm hitting middle Velma. Ooh, sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm gonna try and catch some fish, get a nice day hike in. It's a Monday, so not too crowded. And Velma Lakes, not named after Velma from Scooby-Doo or Velma from the Scooby-Doo movie, who I happened to sit at a table with at a wedding, which was pretty cool. Pretty much out here in California, we all hang out together all the time. So you never know who's gonna end up at your table. No, actually the Velma Lakes were actually named after some early settler in 1900. A trail crew named it after his daughter. Some guy owned a lodge or something out here. So, nice hike. Oh, there's Tahoe in the background. That's where I started. That thumping is a grouse. And they usually hang around these waterways. So for years I didn't know what that sound was. Drove me nuts. There it is, the grouse. You know, they often call Desolation like a mini Yosemite. You can see why. A lot of granite and a lot of glaciation happened here, but really pretty. All right, just a heads up, we're at the red fir forest level, and you'll notice a lot of downfall. And I was taking a quick break, answering the call of nature here. Underneath this tree, and it started creaking on me. It's leaning up against that tree. And I noticed I'm in the red fir forest, and got me to thinking, not a good place to stop, but easy to tell by all the down lumber. So a lot of times you'll come to a creek in the early spring. You might be able to find a log, but I don't waste time. Whoops. I'm just gonna walk right across. It's crap. I just take my shoes off and just go for it. It's refreshing and cold. Feels good, actually. Just watch out for the slippery rocks. Oh yeah. If I'm lucky, I get it up to my knees and get some coolness on my knees. Looks like I'm gonna make it. It's knee deep, no big deal. So another thing I've learned, when you're crossing a creek, you try to go barefoot, you're gonna hurt yourself. You don't wanna hurt your feet out in the wilderness. So what I do, I take out my inserts, my socks, and then you just hike on them and wait till they dry out. Then you put your socks back on. Otherwise, if you keep your socks on, you're gonna have wet, soggy feet, which can lead to blisters. So, foot care tip of the day. So we're going for brookies. I think there's some rainbows in here too. So this trail, this lake's a little off trail. A lot of times fishing tends to be better if you're a little off the beaten path. So you gotta work a little to get fish. I just got here. I'm using that. Got one little guy so far. We're looking for his mama or daddy. So even a bad day fishing is better than the best day working. So. It's middle of the day. It's like 1 o'clock. Not the best time. Evening, sunrise, sunset, obviously best times. I'd probably be fishing some fly in a bubble or something like that. Right now I'm using lures, which is a fun way to catch fish. And you tend to get bigger fish that way. Not always. Alright, so had a good day on the Velma Lakes Trail. Having some lunch at a nice spot. Caught a few fish. Got some solitude. One thing I noticed, we're in the Tahoe Basin. Basically on the Tahoe side is the trailhead. And I probably came across 20 hikers. And half of them did this when they came across me, and I did the same. So Tahoe Basin and some of these mountain towns are still very, very sensitive to spreading the coronavirus. So please do your part, and while you're out enjoying this beautiful wilderness area. So I'm heading back home and back to reality. So about a 3-hour hike and a 2-hour drive for sleeping in my own bed. But nice day. Enjoyed it. It's a pretty heavily traveled area. This is Monday. I imagine on weekends it's a zoo, but really nice. A lot of granite, some decent fishing, small fish, but still fun. And if I was backpacking out here, I'd throw them in a frying pan to supplement my meal. So hope you enjoyed it. Desolation Wilderness, Velma Lakes. And as usual, happy trails.